Maggie Ridgway, your Marketing Communication Manager. It is very nice to meet with you, the Director of Marketing, to discuss the issue of teens not applying to our Breeze coffee shop locations around the country. My idea to fix this problem while using our celebrity Ezra Ellis is to create a 4-week social media campaign that really centers around our celebrity. So, just to show you a quick overview of what the schedule would look like, our 4-week social media campaign would not include the weekends, but each day will have kind of a different segment, if you will. So Mondays would be Ezra's Brewing Fact. This is where we just have a fact. Ezra would not have to be involved, and these facts can be planned in advance to make it easier for our staff. So one example is like, did you know that Ezra's favorite drink is, and then we would insert her favorite drink there. For Tuesdays, we would do Ezra's Tuesday Trivia. So this would be more interactive, and we could say, at what age did Ezra join our crew? Which the answer would be 16. On Wednesdays, it would be Ezra's Takeover. So this is where she would take over our social media accounts for the day, kind of just post as she goes along her day, whether it's her normal routines or not. And at the end of those days, we would ask her to do a Q&A, whether it was on our Instagram or TikTok platform. This way it would be interactive, and she would be bright and center and live with our audiences. On Thursday, we'd do Ezra's Throwback Thursday, where we would post clips or pictures of Ezra when she was younger working in our coffee shops. Lastly, on Fridays, we would have Ezra's Brie Coffee giveaways. This is where a person would have to show proof of their application, follow our social media accounts, and then they would be entered to win prizes like signed movies and t-shirts from Ezra specifically, or even a FaceTime with her. So each week obviously has the same segments. However, each week specifically will have its own theme. These themes we can come up with our marketing team. However, my ideas would be something like the first week could be just about our drinks. Our second week could be just about the food we offer. Again, this would be discussed within our marketing team. So when we talk about what platforms that these events would take place on, since most teens who work are 16 and up, we would, and that audience spends a lot of their time on Instagram and TikTok. Those are the two platforms that I would like to use. On Instagram, we can utilize live stories, reels, posts, and reposts, where on TikTok, we can utilize lives, the different sounds that become popular on a kind of daily or weekly basis, different filters, and I'd also like to utilize the different lengths of videos that are allowed on there from a few seconds to a few minutes. On both of these platforms, we would utilize the algorithm to our advantage. So on Instagram, we would be using hashtags and engaging captions. For example, the hashtags would be what's popular that week. So then our content is fresh and shown to new viewers. Whereas those engaging captions could be like, tag your friend and tell them your favorite coffee shop, or something like repost this if you agree with whatever this is, or like and comment if you didn't know this about Ezra. So again, I think using that algorithm to our advantage on TikTok would be using the newer and more popular sounds to get our content onto more devices and interact with more accounts. This way we can also monitor our analytics. Who's interacting with it? How much are they interacting? What content or segments are they interacting with more? This way we can tailor our content accordingly and maybe spice up those content or segments that aren't getting so much love, whereas definitely keeping and emphasizing the segments that are working well. So within this whole campaign, we're obviously using a lot of word of mouth with our new celebrity, Ezra Ellis. Using Ezra herself already creates a lot of excitement. And I think telling Ezra's story along with our giveaway Fridays is definitely buzzworthy, and will capture the attention of the public. This also creates a fear of missing out and an encouragement of spreading the word, because people will not want to miss out on Ezra's next move, or not want to know what's going on with who got the giveaways, what's going to be the next fact about Ezra to come out. So therefore, since we already have the excitement and the impressions, if you will, I think our campaign really needed to focus on engagement and interaction, which is why 3 out of the 5 segments that I discussed on the calendar would be engaging and interactive content. So the trivia, the Q&A, and the giveaways all are something where the audience can get involved, which I think is very important. Of course, our content will slightly vary from platform to platform. However, all of this is very important that the viewers can get involved because, again, we already have that buzzworthy content. Now, if you would like to see a few examples of what this would look like, on Instagram, this is an example of our trivia. This would be on our Instagram story where we can insert a drink kind of as advertisement. And then over here, we would have the poll that says, like, when did Ezra Ellis join our crew? There'd be different options for like a multiple choice. On Instagram, they immediately tell you if you're right or wrong. So then you can send this to a friend and say, oh, I got this right. Did you? Again, this creates that interaction. You can see what other people voted. It really creates that fear of missing out and will bump our engagement up, which is very important for when we're trying to get more people to apply. For TikTok, this is a little picture of what our Q&As would look like. We'd have Ezra Ellis right here, and then she'd be answering that question from a viewer, which again is right on the spot, and we can obviously guide Ezra to answer questions specifically about Breeze Coffee and to mention the name multiple times to again get that kind of word of mouth going, and the interaction again is very important. Lastly, for each post that we do or activity that we do, we would want to have this little piece of content involved with it. So it has our logo and the name, obviously, Breeze Coffee. It says apply now, and then we have a little tagline that says maybe you'll be a future star. This again implies that Ezra worked with us and now she's a future star in movies and TV shows. So this implies that maybe that audience member, if they were to apply with us, they would have a successful future, which again, it creates that want and fear of missing out, kind of the glittering generalities, if you will. So again, this will create a buzzworthy thing where people will want to get engaged. And of course, we'll have an accessible link that is on each of our platforms. So all in all, I think having our 4-week social media campaign will be long enough to where we get to capture as much audience as possible, but also not too long where it gets drawn out. Each week will be kind of its own thing where we can bring viewers back. And since Ezra Ellis already gives us so much impression and buzzworthiness that our main focus should be engagement and interactions. So all in all, those are my ideas. Please reach out to me if you have any questions or comments, and thank you for your time.